Most people don't care about what you believe or think as long as you keep it to yourself. But when you have seen something amazing, when you have heard something remarkable, it's always impossible to stay quiet about it. As the two apostles famously put it, how can we stop talking about what we have seen and heard? The world thinks of power as action. Power gives the means of control. Powerful people are able to take charge, able to change things. But Jesus blessed the meek, the hungry, and the poor. He blessed people who by the world's standard have no power at all. There is a power this world overlooks. Jesus offered a new kind of power. There is power in standing firm by faith. Christians have long stood their ground, not to gain the world's power, but as witness to a better world to come. So we stand strong, stand committed, and we bear witness to the world around us. Peter and John were once arrested after a miracle. The religious leaders heard that they were preaching and took action. The religious leaders were always worried about anything unusual, anything they didn't control. But it's hard to punish men who had been healing those in need. So they brought in Peter and John and tried to threaten them into silence. They commanded them never again to speak or teach in the name of Jesus. Honestly, Peter and John were getting off pretty easy. The two disciples were only receiving a warning and a command to stop doing such public ministry. It was fine if they wanted to believe in Jesus, but stop stirring things up about it. Perhaps they could have struck some kind of deal, or at least quieted down for a time to let things blow over. Instead, they decided to preach boldly to the same leaders who had just told them to stop talking about Jesus. They explained, "We cannot stop telling about everything we have seen and heard." Miraculously, they only threatened Peter and John some more and then released them. What can you really do to those who won't shut up? These men had seen too much to be quiet about it. Most of us know that a part of being a follower of Jesus is sharing our faith, telling people about Jesus. Too often, we evaluate our witness as we determine the risks and rewards and consequences. In truth, we are called to bear witness even when things are at stake. We're called to bear witness even when we are told to be quiet. We're called to bear witness even when we know there will be consequences. Like Peter and John, we do it with compassion and wisdom. But how can we stop talking about what we have, what we have seen, what we have heard? Perhaps that is the real heart of it. We have seen things and heard things. We know things. We know Jesus. We know his salvation. We know his grace and mercy. If you really believe how remarkable those things are, how good this news is, how can you remain silent about it? You can't. When we fail to bear witness, it's usually because we've forgotten what we have. Our courage and boldness comes from remembering what Christ has done for us. The Spirit gives us the power to witness by making the gospel alive within us. What we need is not some worked up courage or nerve. What we need is a new sense of Christ in us. We should pray that God would give us something by his Spirit so life-changing and powerful that we can't shut up about it. We can't stop talking about what God has done in us, what we have seen and heard. Do you have something like that in you? Have you received that kind of grace and mercy from him? How does what you have received move you to also bear witness and be his witness?